All right, what we're going to do in this example is to see what happens if we write off more than we had allowed. So let's go back. We're in year 2, and you started with 10,000. You had allowed for 1,000 to go bad, and your receivables go up and they go down during the year. But during this year, you find out that Lynch, who happened to have 1,200 of a receivable balance, has gone bankrupt and needs to be written off. So to write off Lynch, you're going to reduce by crediting your receivable Lynch and debiting the allowance. Well, now the problem is we had only allowed for, sorry about that, that should be 1,000. We had only allowed for 1,000 to go bad, so we're going to deplete that bucket, and we're actually going to be in the hole by 200, if you will. So now we get to the end of the accounting period, and management's receivables are 11,000, and management looks at that and says, you know, we need an allowance balance to be 1,000, let's say 300, just so that these numbers won't all be the same. So what we're basically saying is we need this bucket to have 1,300 in it. Okay, well, how can we get from basically a balance that's a negative 200 to a 1,300 balance that's needed in here? Well, what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to make up for this deficit, if you will. So we're going to have to expense 200 to get us to 0, and another 1,300 to get us to our desired balance. So in other words, we're going to have to add 1,300, or excuse me, 1,500 to this bucket to get it to the 1,300 balance. So in other words, we're going to have to expense a full 1,500 to get to our desired balance of 1,300. So you've got to look at what is the balance left in the account before you do the adjusting entry. And you're being told, in this case, they call this the aging of receivables, or the receivables method, where management's telling you this is how much of our receivables we think we're not going to collect. So you need to do whatever it takes to get us to there. Well, it took $1,500 of an expense. We had to expense the 1,300 plus an additional 200 because we had not expensed enough last year by 200.